Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Today I want to do something a little bit different. It's not going to appeal maybe to all my technically proficient viewers, but I want to put this out there for anybody that needs to get to Sick Kids Toronto. I want to give them the advice I wish I had, and the advice I have given other people who are kind of coming after us, following in our footsteps, so to speak. So, anyways, getting in to Sick Kids, if you're not from Toronto, believe it or not, can seem like a crazy idea, but I'm telling you, it can be done. If I can do it, so can you guys. I was lucky enough to have an aunt that lived in the area, but now we have to drive directly in. So, anyways, to get to Sick Kids, it's really not hard. I come from the south. I end up taking the 400 series highways down to the Gardiner Expressway, and then come up here. If you are coming through the Gardiner Expressway and you're not used to driving very much, I just give you one little piece of advice, one little warning. Where are we here? Okay, yeah. So you'll be getting off here. Your GPS will take you off here. You're going to go up York Street, and the GPS will make you go, huh? When it says turn slightly to the left. And what it wants you to do is go up University Avenue and don't go up York Street. Stay away from York Street. So that's like the curveball of the whole thing. And once you're past there, you're good. Make sure you keep going up University. Up north. Remember, these drivers that you're going to be driving along beside come from Toronto and they honk their horn. They don't really mean it like they do in the small towns. So don't take it personally. Don't feed the trolls. And if they knew they were honking at somebody from outside of town that was just trying to bring their little one into Sick Kids, I'm sure that they would feel very poorly about themselves. Anyways, we'll forgive those guys. So come up Elm Street. This is where the parking is, right here. Elm Street is such a small street, just a two-lane street. And yeah, you come on down here. Sick Kids is parking underground. If you're not parking, if you're just getting dropped off, uh, I use the Elizabeth Street entrance. By the way, there is a taxi phone right here. You pick it up and Beck Taxi will pick up immediately. Anyway, so it all depends on how you're coming in. There's public transit. Are you driving in? Are you being dropped off? And what are they coming in for? Now, I should let you know. The reason I had to go to Sick Kids was my daughter was deaf in one ear, and we had to get a cochlear implant. It's it took a lot, but there's a lot of very supportive people there, a lot of very helpful people there. It's a very interesting place that kids. One time I was going up and down the elevator, and there was a guy who was in a safari outfit who had a little banjo, and he was pulling along a little dump truck with big googly eyes, and I think he called it dump truck digger or something like that. It was only adults on the elevator, and he stayed in character. So oh my God, they do whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Thank God, thank God for these people. But anyways, so you're coming up, you're coming in through Elm Street for the parking, underground parking. All you're going to need to do is you get down there, you take a ticket, and with that ticket, it basically time stamps you. When you're done along where the elevator is, I'll tell you where that is in a second. There'll be a machine you can use. Cash or credit card to validate your parking. So you get in here, you get your parking spot, you find the elevator that takes you upstairs, and it'll take you up to right about here. It's very easy to find. Don't be intimidated. And as soon as you get in, you're going to want to go to the right. Information desk is right about here in the mezzanine, and the mezzanine is, geez, I hope I got that word right. Anyways, it's huge. You can look up and you can see beautiful construction, and the elevators right here too, and you can see all the way up to, I think, like 14 floors, something like that. Anyways, information will tell you everything you need, every place you need to go. The place is like going to high school for the first time. It seems so huge until you figure everything out. And what we ended up having to do is having to go down here and turning over here, and then there's more elevators over here depending on where you need to go. So remember, I was in for cochlear implants. You might be in a slightly different building. I think. I think this is actually, no, that's McMaster's North. Yeah, so that's got to be all of Sick Kids right there. So it's pretty straightforward actually. Anyways, getting into a little bit of more information. If you're bringing your child in to get an operation, admitting is right here. This is where you need to go. right there. So right around here, there are all kinds of places that you can get refreshments, that you can get good food. It's not the cheapest, and honestly, this area is the worst part, and not because of sick kids, but because of the people who come and eat. They give you so much room that you can come and sit and eat. But I remember there was one time I went there, and the place was probably only about half full, and the other half was full of tables that had junk and crud all over it. And I understand that you do pay a premium for the food you get here, but you're in Sick Kids. You don't get to leave the food that you haven't eaten behind on the table. This is not some fancy restaurant, people. Anyways, if you run into that situation, what you need to do is get some of the handkerchiefs or tablecloths or whatever you call those things. I can't believe I can't think of it right now. Even Kleenex, and then go up to the hand sanitizer that's all over the place, and put that hand sanitizer on your cloth, on your handkerchief, and wipe off a table. It's there's so many tables, but geez, it's like, guys, sick kids, come on, clean up after yourselves. And they do have cleaning ladies that and cleaning individuals that come by, very nice. But I just don't think they get paid to come around enough. But really, they it's just people pick up after yourselves. Anyways, that's not nothing about sick kids. That's about the people that eat at sick kids, and I bet the people that work in the restaurants and whatnot could tell you a whole lot more about that. Things to worry about. You want to get out before 3 if possible. 3 is really bad. The gardener is generally always jammed one way or another, especially around then. I think it's, when is it? It's like 8. You don't want to go into town between, I believe it's like 7:30 to 9:30, because that's when everyone's going to work. And then you don't want to leave between 3 and 6, because that's when everyone's leaving work. Um, but yeah, Shoppers Drug Mart. They have a Shopper Drug Mart in the back. Of course, the full pharmacy. It closes at 7. Remember, it closes at 7. And Tim Hortons, of course. We got Subway. If you want some sushi, they do sushi there too. And somewhere in here, there's a place that you can get just regular food that you'd get at home, kind of thing. The prices aren't crazy high, but you definitely pay a premium. Oh yeah, and Starbucks too. So, anyways, a little thing about our story. Our daughter needed a cochlear implant, and through the whole thing, I think it cost about, oh, how much was it? Probably about $5,000. I ended up not having to pay anything because okay, so I would have had to pay for some morphine drops for her. I didn't even need to buy them. She didn't even need them, thank goodness. But the morphine was like $35, and my insurance covered it, thankfully. Um, but yeah, remember, it closes at 7. And what else? What else? Yeah, I'm just amazed. Thank you, the Canadian taxpayer. I am a Canadian taxpayer, and after what I've been through, I will never complain. I will never ever complain again for any reason about having to pay my taxes, because they came for me in my hour of need. Thank God. Sometimes it's hard to even talk about it. Sometimes I kind of have to to bite back tears, kind of things. But yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you survive Sick Kids Hospital. Again, it's not as intimidating as you might think it is. Everybody is very nice. The hardest part about Sick Kids Hospital is the traffic of Toronto. And they bark, they snarl, they honk their horns, but another thing you got to understand is they are Canadian. For the most part, most of them are Canadian, and they might be honking their horns, but they're not going to hurt you. You will get through. People, you get a lot of friendly people out there. And the second negative part is the jerks who leave their food on the table. They don't even take their stuff to the. Man, just yes, but sick kids themselves are freaking awesome. We had an awesome doctor who found a way to make the operation 40 or 15 minutes uh, less time than it was before, which is a huge breakthrough. I'm so grateful. You know what? If anyone has any questions, honestly, feel free to message me, and I will definitely get to any question. And I wish people luck. This is a great institution. I know people that have come from far out east to get here. This is where the talent is. It's hard to get here, but this is where the good people is. This is where the talent is. This isn't a hospital that also kind of doubles as an educational place. I've been to places like that, and I didn't have good experiences with them, but at the same time, I received professional care that I would never have been able to afford otherwise, and for free, pretty much. Now, one thing I gotta say, if you are coming to town, if you think that you need to come to Sick Kids, call Ronald House. Call Ronald House early because they are always packed. Ronald House is always packed, and it costs $12 a day, and they treat you so well. Man, I was at the Ronald House in Hamilton, and I swear to God, the chicken they had at the Ronald House in Hamilton was the best chicken I had ever had. It blew my mind. It was just so awesome. It was just they give you food, they give you a place, they give you internet. It's not the best internet, but geez, you're not there to be looking at stuff you're not supposed to be looking at. You're there for your kid, but they treat you so well. This whole thing, I gotta say, through everything that I've dealt with, thank you, thank you to everyone. Thank you to the people at Sick Kids. Thank you to the people at the Ronald House. Remember, call Ronald House early because they always have a lot of people, but they always take care of you. And one thing you should know about the Ronald House, even in Hamilton, is if you are just about to go to the hospital, if you're bouncing back and forth, if they have space, let you they will let you stay parked there even if you no longer have the place. But at least they did for me, and bless them. God bless them. God bless all these people. God bless the Canadian taxpayer. My aunt actually had to go here when she was young, and it cost the money. Of course, we didn't complain. They didn't complain. That was way back in the day. That was before one payer, single payer medication, whatever was in Medicare. But yeah, good luck, anybody. Ask me any questions you need to. That's it for me, Nev from Nev's Tech Bits. Give me a thumbs up if this helped you out, and if you'd like to add your story in the comments, I would love to hear it. And good luck. Catch you guys later. Bye bye.